doing? Very nice to
Ve-
meet you.
Very nice. My name is Corinne,
Okay,
and I'm the editorial director of Black Health Matters. And I'm very intrigued to learn about Eager to Motivate and why you started it.
yeah. Is that my first official question?
That's your first official question.
Okay,
What
good
made you
deal.
start this company?
Good deal. So it all kind of started. I've always been into fitness. Fitness has been kind of part of my life. I was an athlete in college. I went to the Citadel. I ran track there, and then after finishing the Citadel, which is the military academy, I went in the Army as a field artillery officer, and then that kind of got my fitness lifestyle started because as a leader, I wanted to make sure I led from the front, and so led my soldiers and things like that throughout the years. Fast forward to later on in life when I got inspired by one of my buddies to get into bodybuilding. I got into that, and then a few folks wanted me to help them, build workout plans and that kind of stuff. And so I didn't want to do it if I wasn't certified, if I didn't have some kind of credentials. I just didn't want to give folks workouts and stuff like that without having credentials. So I went and got my personal training certificate. Wanted to try to jump into the game. It wasn't as easy as it sounds. So I had to figure out another way to get experience. And so I found my way into the YMCA in Louisville, Kentucky, where I did my first job as a group fitness instructor, which was kind of the initial start of my fitness journey as an instructor. While I was there, I was also in grad school. So doing my grad school stuff and being a trainer at the YMCA, I kind of came up with a business plan to take what I was doing at the YMCA and do it for the masses on a higher level for online fitness. So I kind of sat down, came up with the business plan, the business model, the program, and I pitched it. And a few people joined. I had 10 people in my first round, and those people had amazing results, and everything just snowballed from there.
So with when you were doing this, did you ever think when you started, like, so you were in the service,
Mhm.
then you were going grad school. So did you think that you were going to create a business based on fitness initially? Was that like a dream? Or
No,
it
it
just
wasn't. It
kind
was
of happened to you?
Yeah, it just kind of happened. God's plans are always greater than ours. And
Yeah.
so I had dreams of being a big time real estate mogul. So I was a real estate agent trying to do my thing, doing open houses and all that kind of stuff. And I was making some money off of real estate, but it wasn't taking off like I thought it would. And then my fitness program just kept scaling, and so I pulled back from my real estate hustle, and let that be the primary thing in my life.
Excellent. So you had started an online fitness program before the pandemic.
Yes, I mean it
So
was almost
what
like
year did you start it?
I started 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, like 2016, late 2016, early 17. And so it was almost like I had the boat ready for the flood. So
Right.
the flood came,
I
people
love
had
that.
to be stuck in their homes. And so it was just a perfect recipe of having not only something they can do to stay healthy at home, but I was able to help them have community when they couldn't interact. When you had social distancing and masks and that kind of stuff, my program is all through Facebook. So you can interact with your friends without having to worry about social distancing and that kind of stuff. And so it made people feel in touch with other humans at a time when, if I go to the grocery store, do I have to wear a mask and two masks and gloves? And when everything was so scary at the time, it
Mhm.
gave people a sense of normalcy to be on Facebook and have their community of friends and talk about working out and doing their stuff at home and that kind of stuff.
So Eager to Motivate. Where did that name come from?
Yeah, so Eager to Motivate is actually the second name of the company.
Okay,
The
what was
first name was Ectomorph to Mesomorph, and
okay.
which is, hey, look, when you're an entrepreneur, you have different names. Like this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the one. But
Right,
of course, only people in the fitness world
right.
understand
Understood what that is.
what those terms mean. But it's basically when a skinnier person gets muscle, they move from one body type to
Mhm.
another. And so I initially wanted to focus on having a plan for men that didn't want to take steroids. to be able to muscle up without having to use steroids. And so the fitness world was almost in my mind, and this is no shade, but it was a little misleading. You'd have fitness influencers say, hey, do these workouts, eat this food, you'll look like me. But they left out the fact that you had to be on some growth hormone or steroid. And so I really wanted to be somebody that gave them the real deal. Like, if you really do this stuff and really eat this stuff, you can look like this or you can look like that. But unfortunately, a lot of men, they want to hear from those people. They don't want to hear from me. And so at the same time, I had people asking me about weight loss. Well, like, well, do you do weight loss? Can you help me lose a couple of pounds? You're a personal trainer, right? And so I just had such a high demand for people wanting me to help them lose weight that, I just kind of converted the model and I changed the name to Eager to Motivate, because I was able to motivate people to lose weight, to get healthier. And so it just kind of, the name just fit. Like, man, I'm ready to motivate you to get that weight off of you, to get healthy. And Eager to Motivate was the name.
Very interesting. Did you find, I mean, I think when you did this is an aside almost.
Yeah.
When you did the initial idea had you asked people if they wanted that? Or did you assume that they wanted it? You know how
I,
like, so
yeah.
this is like entrepreneurship 101. Like, did you do your market research?
No,
And
100%. You got it. You hit it right on the head. It was something that I needed. I wanted to have the natural person that didn't use enhancements to tell me how to grow my chest, how to grow my arms, how to grow my legs. I didn't want to hear from, even though this still, and this, like I said, it's no shade. It still takes hard work
right,
if you're on those medications, but it's just like, I wanted somebody to tell me the natural way.
right,
And so, I don't look like Ronnie Coleman. I don't look like Lou Ferrigno. And so people want to get the message from people like that. And so again, that was my lesson in entrepreneurship, and I had to make a quick pivot based on that.
right. And so what you um what you did when you did the pivot is answer the question, the burning question that somebody needed, not that was
Right.
nice to have, right? So when
100%.
so the ectoporph, which one, the ectomorph, the mesomorph,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that is a nice to have.
Yep.
It's a dream. That's not
100%.
a burning question necessarily.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
when folks want to lose weight, that's like, I will do just about anything.
Right. You
And
100%.
did you find that there were more women asking you? Like, what's the ratio of men to women in your programs?
Yeah. So I'm about 95% men to women. And
Really?
yeah, I'm way skewed to women. And I, I've tried to do some analysis on why, and I won't even speculate, publicly on why.
Right.
But I definitely feel like there is power in the word of mouth amongst women.
Mm,
If I see your glasses and I say, man, Corinne, those are beautiful glasses. Where'd you get them from? I don't have a problem as a woman going out and getting the same glasses you got because I like them. But sometimes men are like, no, I want to do my own thing. I don't want to be in the trend. I want to be a trendsetter. I don't want to follow the crowd. And
right.
so it just seems like more ladies were telling their friends, and they were like, well, if you did it and you lost weight and you got healthy, I want to do it. And it wasn't a whole bunch of challenging. Well, tell me more, and tell me this, and tell me that. If you did it and it worked for you and I know you, I'm going to try it too.
Now, do you find that men, I agree with you, but do you find that men, the particularly Black men, don't talk about weight as much as Black women do? I wouldn't say general, I don't want to generalize, but
yeah.
um,
I, as a Black man, I don't hear other Black men talking about weight as much as I hear other genders.
okay, right. Yeah, I think, and as we know, Black women have a bigger obesity problem anyway.
Heart disease
Yeah.
all day long. And so, for me, and that's my so now you didn't hit on my passion, Corinne. It's
Uh-huh.
just like there's so many ladies out there where it's like, well, I've been married for a long time. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Why do I need to be slim and trim? I'm happy with life. I love living life. I'm doing my thing. Well, you're at greater risk for a heart attack or a stroke. Uh, Members of my personal inside family, and
Right,
I'm just like, it's going to totally radically change your life. A lot of people work hard, really hard, to make it to the retirement ages. You don't want to make it to retirement ages and you lost the use of one half of your body because you had a stroke. You don't
right.
want to make it to retirement ages on a pacemaker. You want to be able to make it to retirement age when you can walk around and do things and travel and be healthy and vibrant. You don't want to be broken down
Right.
after you worked so hard your whole life to get there.
So true. So true. So tell me about how this program works, this eight week program.
Yeah.
Why did you
So
decide 8 weeks?
Yeah, and so basically, in my own analysis of fitness programs that have been successful, ones that haven't been successful, all across the board, I kind of saw the sweet spot of 2 months, 8 weeks. That's the time frame that somebody can commit to something, but long enough to see results. If you take it to 12, 16 weeks, it's a little bit too long to maintain commitment. If you have
Mhm.
somebody come in for 4 weeks, they may not see results if you're doing it the way I do it. I do it naturally. I don't
Okay.
use any kind of supplements, any kind of flat tummy teas, none of that. And so doing it the natural way, I have to train someone in the style of eating and fasting and things like that, so they can really start seeing the benefits of the program. And within 2 months, you'll see great results. And in that 2 months, after seeing how changing your way of eating and putting healthy things in your body and drinking water and exercising, how it can radically make you feel so much better and not have so much bloating and indigestion, that kind of stuff. After that 2 months is over, the likelihood of you continuing at that point is way higher than if I would have told you it's 16 weeks from the start.
Right. So
So,
people
yeah,
then just say, I'm so into this, I want to keep going. And so
exactly.
so they're do they step up or do they continue to do the
Oh,
same?
oh
uh,
yeah. Oh yeah. So we have. My goal is to be able to have everything somebody needs in a one-stop shop.
okay.
With the way my program is set, you can increase your weights for the circuit training that you're doing. You can try other aspects of the program. We offer so many classes. There's nobody who can do all of our classes. So as you continue to progress in your fitness journey, you may not have been into to running, but now you can get into running because we have a run group. You may not have been into spinning or riding a spin bike. We have a spin class. You may want to try cardio kickboxing. You may want to try something more high intensity when you were just starting out at one level. And so not only do we have that built into the program, but we also have another just focused strength training program that's for nothing but increasing your muscle strength and building some muscle up. So whatever a person needs, gym workouts, home workouts, cardio, anything, I got it.
So where are you based now?
So I'm based out of Charlotte. We actually have two studios here in Indian Land, South Carolina, which is right south Charlotte. We
Mhm.
have two studios there, and in those studios we shoot a lot of recordings for my different programs, and we also make ads and things like that at the studio.
I got an idea, which I'll talk to you about at the end.
No doubt. Yeah.
Um, the so we are so we're talking about this in this way. So tell me about this £1,000,000 challenge or
Yeah,
to
yeah,
lose a
yeah.
million pounds and where that come from.
Yeah. So in my mind, I will honestly say I've helped more clients. I've helped clients lose more than that £1,000,000, but I can verify that I've helped clients lose £1,000,000 because we have a specific category of our. So a part of our 8 week challenge, we do contests, and those contests have monetary prizes. One of
Hmm.
the prizes, the monetary prize, is maximum weight loss. So when somebody comes into the program, they step on a scale, they do a video of themselves step on the scale, they do a picture of the scale, and at the end of the 8 weeks, they do the same thing at the end and verify what their weight loss is. So no, I don't have them do a body scan and all that. So if somebody's trying to be shady, hey, that's shame on them. But I can verify by the number of pounds that the scale started out with and what they finished with, and I can take those calculations for all the rounds that we've done and it's over 1 million pounds of pounds that we've helped people lose throughout these last 6 years.
6 years, 6 years. Okay, perfect, perfect. And then so is there an average, what's the age range of people who participate in the program?
Yeah, so our demographic is of course female, between the ages of 30 and 40. So that if you want to do a wider window, that's the majority. Of course, we have the outliers. We have clients in their 80s. We have clients. We don't train anything below 18. So from 18 being our youngest clients until in their 80s for our oldest clients. But we really have across the board, from people who were former athletes to people who never worked out in their lives. We really have something for everybody.
And then, so how does the virtual program work? So the virtual aspect of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you film your courses, is there like a closed, like place on your website that people can
Yeah,
go access, or do you have an app? Tell me more
yeah,
about that.
yeah. So everything is through Facebook. And the reason why I did everything through Facebook is because it keeps me, it gives me the ability to not charge my clients after 8 weeks. So they do their first 8 week wellness program with me. They can stay in my wellness program for free as long as
Okay.
they want. And so going through Facebook allows me to have that capacity to do that because I'm not having to continuously pay for administrative fees to manage a website and webmasters and that kind of stuff, or app developers and maintenance and all that. So I
Right.
do it all through Facebook. And so I have a private Facebook group that you have to, of course, pay to have access to. And we do live streams through there. Most of our workouts are live streamed. Very few are recorded. But a part of the wellness program, there's multiple live videos per day. So I have
Okay.
a team I have a team of over 20 certified trainers. And so they go live throughout different times of the day,
Oh,
different
okay.
classes, and you can tune in, or you tune in live, or you can watch it on your own time in the library of workouts that we have.
Right. So how much does it cost to join the Facebook group?
So the total is $320, but I take it in 8 week installments. So it's $40 per week, but you can pay all up front if you want. But after that 8 weeks, so $40 is paid, you get all access to everything, and you don't have to
Wow.
pay me anymore. So you get access to all the classes, access to all the coaches, everything. You're gonna pay me but one time. The way that business model works for me is I try to give such exceptional service that you want to tell somebody else about my program. That keeps my business going. And that's how I keep this thing going. And that's how I'm able to keep people in without having to continuously charge them recurring fees.
Yeah, I think that's great. That's really great. Um, so we have that program, we have an age range, we know it's women. Uh, what are you hoping? What's your next level of what you want to do with this?
Yeah. So my goal that I'm always shooting for is 1 million. So I would love to have 1 million clients and be able to say that I've had some kind of impact on the health of 1 million people. But not only that, I really want to have an impact on people understanding how important their health is, and not just when there's a pandemic. Like
Right.
pandemic comes and we see like, oh man, I might die from COVID. Well, you have a higher chance of dying from a heart attack or a stroke. And so that didn't go anywhere. When the pandemic ended, your risk for a heart attack and stroke didn't decrease. It's still there if you don't take care of your health. And so my personal story behind that is my father had two major strokes, and because he had those two strokes, he became paralyzed on one side. He could barely use his right arm, and have a hard time using his right leg. And so, because of that, my mom spent her few retired years caring for him. And so, instead of being able to enjoy her retirement and her retired life,
Okay.
she spent her time taking care of him until she got cancer herself and passed away before him. And
Mm,
so in my mind, I'm just like, if you don't encourage the people you love in your life to be healthy, especially the people that you will end up taking care of, you may not want to tell them, hey, I want you to be healthy, but you're going to either tell them, help them, or be a caretaker for them in the long run.
yeah, that's deep. That is deep. So, would you say you've already helped hundreds of people lose weight?
Oh yeah, thousands, tens of thousands.
Thousands.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. My current client count is 209,000.
209,000
Oh
people.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Wow.
oh yeah.
That
No,
is
God is
amazing.
great.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Great. So what do you think is the biggest stumbling block we have when it comes to just trying to get started?
Oh man, Corinne, how much time we got in this interview? But
We got time. Tell me.
it's food noise. And what I mean by food noise is in the United States, there's food advertising everywhere. There's access to food everywhere. And it's not access to healthy food. If you take a ride to the grocery store, on your way there, you're going to pass fast food places. If you stop to get gas, you walk into the gas station, they put the snacks right in your face. If you're watching TV, they're going to put the most delicious fast food on TV. There's so many things tied around food. If you talk about Thanksgiving, food. Talk about the Super Bowl, food. Anything we do, a birthday, food. Anything celebratory is food, 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 food. So there's so much food noise. And so if I tell you I want you to eat more vegetables and lean meats and healthy fats and drink more water, it's exactly what your body needs, but that's not what's being sold to you. What's being sold to you is look at how good this burger looks. Look at how crispy this fried chicken looks. That's what we're being sold. And so if there's a couple of TV shows out there that kind of talk about the food industry, because I have my own commercial kitchen, talked about the food industry and how we've gotten to where we're at in this country, how big business it is to really make the cheapest food you can make. The cheaper you can make the food, the more profit you can make. And so
Right.
it's not about health. They're not making food to nourish your body. They're making it, as long as it's consumable and I can make a large profit from it, I'm going to sell it because it's big business. And so, I mean, I think that is the biggest hurdle for most people of adjusting their lifestyle to not having the snacks and the sugary drinks and putting cream in everything and having to have all this dairy and cheese and all that. Changing their mindset from I don't need those things all the time, that for some people is the make or break. If they have to give up cheese, they're not in. If they have to give up dairy in their coffee, they're out. If they can't drink sweet tea or soda, they're out. But I'm here to remind them that when you're in a hospital bed and you're sick, that sweet tea ain't worth it. Soda ain't worth it. The fried chicken ain't gonna get you up out the hospital bed. It won't give you the use of your limbs back if you have a stroke. And so that's just where I'm at.
I think it's great. Do you adjust the plan or create the plan based on the individual, or do you have hard and fast with in terms of the way that 8 weeks works?
Yes, Corinne, I will jump all over that one. And so I am a niche coach. I'm not going to teach somebody how to run a sub 5 minute mile for a
Right,
marathon. I'm not going to teach somebody how to go compete in the Mr. Olympia bodybuilding contest. My clients that come to me for a purpose because I'm an expert in weight loss and weight management. So because people are coming to me for weight loss and weight management, I can put them in a program. And because they're in a program, that program really hits the tenets of what most people need to do to lose weight. You got to have your mindset right. And so because you got to have your mindset right, I have licensed therapists, counselors that do mental fitness coaching. And that goes back to that food noise. So they
right,
help you understand why you boredom eat, why you emotionally eat, why you think that you're not eating a lot, but you're snacking. You're constantly putting food in your mouth. They address some of those things from the psychological aspect, and I come in with the food and the fitness. So we tie it all together so that food noise, I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it with my motivation, I'm in front of my clients almost every night of the week. And I have those mental fitness. I have 4 of them. I have those mental fitness coaches in their ear as well. And all of my coaches are on the same page. We're trying to encourage people to say, hey, just see what you feel like after a day. Make it through that day, try one more day.
mhm,
Now try to go all week. If you can go all week, now I want you to assess how you feel. Some people have underlying intestinal issues and gut biome issues, and they never change their diet. So they always just deal with a low-level stomachache. They always deal with bloating. They always
Right.
deal with constipation. They go take a whole bunch of over-the-counter stuff to deal with constipation. They go take a whole bunch of over-the-counter stuff for indigestion. It's not your body. Your body doesn't need those things. It's the food that you're eating. You need to stop eating some of those foods, and your body will heal itself. Just taking those over-the-counter antacids and laxatives, just covering up what your body's trying to tell you. It's trying to tell you, hey man, I don't need all that dairy, man. Cut back. I don't need all that fried stuff. Cut back. And so I think and the same thing applies, not to ramble on, but applies to cholesterol and blood pressure meds. Because your doctor prescribed you those meds, it's not a magic pill. It's to keep you going and not die, so you can incorporate healthy lifestyle to hopefully get off the medications. The goal is not just to say, well, I can eat all the fried chicken I want because I want cholesterol meds.
Right.
No, that's not how it works. It's only a temporary solution so you don't become sick as you work on a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, I think that's great. This is really great stuff. Talked about that. And then so what's that? So do people stay with you for years is the question. So they come in, they stay, they do this.
Yes.
What after you get to your goal weight, is there another program or other tips you give to maintain so that there's
Yes.
not this weight cycling happening?
Yes. And so what we do, we teach people. So my biggest thing that I'm trying to teach folks in my program is discipline.
Okay.
Discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency is the structure of the foundation of your maintenance plan. And once you get there and you say, well, hey, I don't want to lose any more weight, we have a dialogue, a coach's inbox where you can message us and we'll give you tips. We'll say, hey, you want to start incorporating some healthy carbohydrates? You want to incorporate some more fruit? You may want to add an extra meal in, and we stay with our clients. And once you figure it out, you kind of figure out the balance of your body. You're doing maintenance things. You're working out, you're eating foods that are good for your body. And if you overindulge in your celebratory or cheat meals, you know how to bring it back into focus. Because if you've never seen your body in a healthy state, you don't know how to get it back there because you're like, oh man, I just got to go eat a salad. No, it's a little more than that. And so once you get there, you're like, man, I had some bad food 3 days in a row this week, and I feel it. I feel it in my stomach. I feel it in my gut. Feel it. You already know what takes you back to clean living. So you just revert back to what we already taught you. And so as people set new goals, we help them with their new goals. We have different offshoots of the main E2M program. We have our run club. In that run club, you may decide that, hey, I lost all the weight I want to lose, but I want to stay motivated in my fitness journey. I want to become a runner. I want to run a 5K run. So we help you there. If you're like, okay, I lost my weight, but I don't feel like I'm muscular enough. I want some Michelle Obama arms. I want some Carrie Underwood legs. Then we have a strength training program that's catered just for that. So we don't leave our clients. We stay with them and we give them the tips to understand that the whole health stuff is not as complicated as everybody makes it seem.
Yeah.
You don't have to do backflips and one handstands to stay healthy and maintain your health. It's really, to be honest with you, Corinne, and most people won't say this, maintaining your health is boring because it's routine. If I was to ask you how many times do you change up the kind of soap you use for your shower, you may change it up every once in a while, but once you get a soap you like taking a shower with, you use that same soap for sometimes years.
Right.
If you like Dove soap, you might use Dove soap for 10 years. You don't change the way you take a shower. You don't come in and say, okay, I'm gonna take a shower with a raincoat on today. I'm gonna do my face and my feet. You don't do that. And so there's the only exciting thing about a shower is when you feel like you had a really sweaty day or whatever, and you're excited to go to the shower. But normally it's a routine thing you do as part of your day. Take a shower. And so when it comes to working out, eating healthy, it's got to become a routine part of your life. It's like, I just eat vegetables. I just eat lean meats. This is a part of my life. And so it's not big business to characterize being healthy as boring, because I want you to try new food so I can get more money from you. I want you to try a new workout so I can charge you for it. I want you to try a new piece of equipment. It's got to be something spicy because it's the industry.
Right, right. But that does make sense. It does make sense. What do people, when people achieve that goal, what is it that you want them to feel?
Yes, man. Listen, I want them to feel pride in themselves and the confidence that it took to do it.
Mhm.
Like I did it, something that I didn't think I could do. Like I was just, I didn't like the way I look, I didn't like the way I feel, but I thought I was just stuck with that for the rest of my life. But I got to see that I'm not, that I really can be proud of myself, that I can, and this is being an adult here. I can walk out of the shower and be happy with the way I look. I don't have to cut the lights off with my partner. I can cut them all on, cut all the lights on. I can feel great. And so many couples in my program, it's just revitalized their love life. And not even to go that route, but it's just like some people just don't feel comfortable with themselves, and that's affected their relationship. When
Right.
you feel confident, you feel good. I want to go on a date night. I want you to take me out so I can dress up. I want to be more intimate because I'm proud of my body. I feel good. I feel good in myself. And so sometimes people don't understand how that, and taking it to a deeper level, Corinne, some people don't chase big goals in life because they're not confident. They don't chase that promotion. They don't chase that entrepreneurship. They don't chase those things because they're tucked away in shrinking themselves behind a body that's holding them back. And once they get healthy, once they get confident, they're tackling not only new health and fitness goals, but they're also tackling new life goals.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that. So being a niche coach doesn't mean that you're serving a niche population. You're just
Right.
staying in the area that most people can relate to.
100%.
It's not
The obesity rates in the United States are out of control. A lot of people, if you were to look at them, if you were to ask somebody on the streets, 10 people, at least 5 out of 10 of them, if you were to say, "Do you think you're healthy?" At least 5 out of 10 would say, "No, I could be healthier." That's 5 out of 10 people. At least half of them would admit that they could be healthier.
right. Right. So you're trying to, so your goal is to get 10 out of 10 to say I can, like 10 out of 10,
Hey, hey,
I'm good.
now my goal is the 5 that says they're not healthy to grab them and say, "Let's change that."